Alright, so we're going to try something that's not going to work on this channel, but I got this thing in the mail today because I went and bought one. I've already got one of these things, but I'm just going to talk about it. It's this. This is even show up on the, it does kind of, you can see it on the picture. So this is a boxed, the box is in okay condition, but this is a Grandstand Firefox F7 and it's got all these little things in here. It looks like that. So I'm going to open the box in a minute, but there's not really an unboxing because there's not a lot in the box. I had one of these as a kid. In fact, I still have the one that I had as a kid, and it's not this one. So this is another one to go with the one that I had when I was a kid. And it's in pretty good condition. My one's a little bit more beat up. But as far as I know, my one still works. So I don't know actually where it's probably actually not that far from where I am now. So I should actually get the other one out and compare it. But anyway, I just thought this was cool because I had this when I was a kid and it was like a really neat little video game thing when I was younger. And how times have changed, though I did show this to some kids and some kids were interested in it today, but only one kid actually played on it. And I thought it was interesting. So anyway, this is the box. I've unboxed it. It has this little Starfield thing at the top, which I guess was somehow had something a bit different when it was, I'm sure it had like instructions in polystyrene in it, but let's open it up, and this is the inside of the box. It's looking, remember this, but this came out in 1983, so there's nothing on the bottom. Oh, and I dropped the power thing on there, so that's what it looks like. We're going to have to hold it like this. It's going to be the worst camera shot ever. It's going to work. I can play this upside down. I know what I'm doing. And this one came with the official power adapter thing, and I always think this was kind of interesting. So I never had this when I was a kid. I always had to run it off batteries, and I was always asking my parents to buy me the battery pack thing. It's even got a little kiwi on it. It's New Zealand made, but they wouldn't do that, and I thought it was just because they couldn't afford it. But I suspect it was because this is a really annoying device. It's very noisy, and it's very annoying if you're an adult and your kid is playing on it all day long, because they kept telling me to turn the volume off so the safe batteries. But it was really just about, if they got me this thing, then I could have it with the sound on all the time, and they just couldn't stop me. So that's why I never got this. But this is a standard power adapter. It does say made in New Zealand though, so that's a bit unique. It's a bit cracked. That's a bit of a shame, but looks pretty unsafe on the things there. But it does work, so I had it going today. So we're going to plug it in. So give me a second to untangle this a bit. Off camera, I'll untangle it on camera so that there's something to see. It does get very tangled up. So I actually got this. I thought it was a pretty good price because other ones go for somewhat slightly more than this. So I tried to find out how much these things originally cost. And the best I could determine was by saying that the US version in 1986 cost $39.95, and that in another website that said that was about $89 in today's money. But New Zealand probably would have cost a bit more, so it was probably, somewhat over $100 in New Zealand, if not significantly more. And I always think this because I don't think my parents normally got me expensive things, so this was actually a thing that was for me and my brother, but as far as I was concerned, it was for me. Someone left it on. That was ruined the suspense. So there are tons of videos of people playing this, so there's no point you watching this video. But I'm going to turn it on and I'm going to play it briefly. This one has a dodgy joystick thing that's a little bit... Oh, I forgot about the H and the L. Alright, we'll turn it on. And as you can tell, that's annoying. But it does reference like different pop culture things. This is obviously a Star Wars ripoff. So anyway, and it has this rather airy, echoey sound. So let's start it. And we're at the bottom. I think you can see. We got get the picture right. And then here we go. I'm actually watching this. Okay, and then we can shoot, which is always good. It's all about just getting in the right position. If you stay on the side of the... I'm going to turn this down. I told you it was noisy. It's stereo in the sense that it's got two separate sounds. Some of them come out the speaker, but not many, if any. And well, I'm doing really well at this game actually, considering it's upside down. Oh, no, there we go, got you again. So the very first level is very easy because they don't actually do anything. All you have to do is avoid being on the side of the screen. If you stay on the side for too long, you get electrified and you lose health. But this is the game. The reason I like this game is because it's got 6 different phases and they're all kind of a little bit different. And when I was a kid, most games were kind of like, well, you know, it's the same thing, you just do it over and over again. But this one had some sort of variety to it and cool little visual effects. And I do like the screen, so if you're young you might not understand the differences between these screens, but this is a vacuum fluorescent display, I think it's called VFD. So that's the left speaker, it only does the music, which is a rip-off of something. Whoa! Oh, I got hit. It's very hard to do this upside down. So this one's a much harder level because now there's the red thing is coming down. Ooh, we got hit. I've got quite a few of these things, but they don't really make VFD displays anymore. They just make LCDs or LEDs. So I had a little Frogger game thing, which I should have brought out, which tries to pretend to be this kind of display. And the good thing about this one is it still works and it's still quite bright. And a lot of these, they do fade over time. So I don't think this one's ever really been used that much. So the joystick is probably a bit of dust stuck in there or something. I'm sure you could clean it out. But anyway, oh, it's not. It's doing the little, it does that when you're going between levels, which is a kind of freaky sound. Now that's a little bit of a Star Wars rip-off sound effect, but you know, those are TIE fighters. There's a kind of trenchy thing at some point. It's came out at the time, so this is just after, I think maybe this is actually the year, I keep forgetting which year Return of the Jedi came out, but I'm pretty sure Empire had definitely come out by now, so everybody's keen on Star Wars, and so this is cashing in on the Star Wars thing without actually referring to Star Wars. I'm pretty sure there's a movie called Firefox with, it probably has Wesley Snipes or something in it. I'm thinking of something else. No, I'm thinking of that one that's got Clint Eastwood in it. But, yeah. Whee! I'm gonna blow up. I might have some more of these. On my other channel, I'm actually going to try and repair one of them, which I can't reach at the moment. But anyway, I hope that was interesting, because it's fun. You can see really close now. And I can control it. I can do this. I can win. I think they shoot on this level, don't they? Or did I just die and go back to the start? I think I did. Now it's doing the transition thing, I think. Is it? Oh. Ooh, it's the spooky thing at the top. That music really doesn't seem to go at all with the game. So I think they just made things up as they went along. But this is what it was like in the 80s. So if you've got your fancy Nintendo Switch, think back to the days when this is what people had. So they did have smaller ones than this. Obviously you wouldn't carry this around all the time. Where is that from? I'm pretty sure I just heard that music other than just on this thing today. I heard it somewhere else, but please in the comments if you ever watch this, tell me where that music comes from. Thanks for watching, and bye. Oh wait, actually no, I'll show you. I'd move over there. But I've got this one. This one doesn't actually work, but I'm going to try and fix this one because I'm pretty sure I know what to do. Having watched other videos where people have fixed this exact one, so this one might be fun. I don't actually know if I've ever played it, but maybe we will. So cool, thanks, bye.